to do simultaneous closings. And I've walked away with $29,000, given him $100, and you probably giving me about $3 grand on this money just because I wanted it.
That's right.
Yeah.
$30 grand. Hey, what's worth $3 grand?
All right. And that's a simultaneous closing. You're bringing cash because you just got it like that. You got, you know, yeah, you're a rehabber. You got a whole bunch of money in the bank. You know, you're doing deals. You're making 50 grand here and there, and it's real easy. Didn't I say no questions until the end? Didn't I say no questions to the end? No, go ahead. One.
Why should he go through you and sell it to him for $89?
Because it's a great deal.
He can just sell it to him.
He don't know him. I've been trained how to do wholesale deals. I know how. I got a machine. They'll never meet.
He's a desperate seller. He's a buyer. He already has.
Exactly.
I'm out rehabbing. I don't have time to go.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. And this is bringing up to my next point. A lot of the buyers, you know, that we deal with on a wholesale level, they do what they do. And the good thing about real estate investing a lot of times is that everybody kind of stays in their own lane. Everybody does what they do best. You know, I'm not going to get in his way of making $50,000. You know, I'm not going to, and he's not going to get in my way. And in fact, a lot of investors will call and say, I need a deal. You know, a lot of investors, you know, will go and see a house and say, can you help me buy that house? You know, can you find out who owns this house and we can work together? That's the beauty of this wholesale thing, is that everybody kind of stays in their own lane. Yeah, you've got people out there that may be unscrupulous and try to cut your deal off, but you got to know how to avoid those people. You've got to deal with the people that are doing what they're supposed to do and know that they're going to you as a resource. You know, and that's the beauty of this thing, is dealing with rehabbers, dealing with other investors, dealing with contractors, and dealing with people that kind of do what they're supposed to do, just like any other business, you know. The wholesaler who's working with GM is not going to try to sell the end product to the consumer because they know how they make their own money. It's kind of as simple as that. You're just dealing with houses instead of dealing with cars. Didn't I say no questions? I'm not. That's one of them illegal questions. So what I want to kind of talk about now is repairs. One of the important skills that y'all have to have in terms of wholesaling is repairs. Okay, thank you. Is repairs. Being able to estimate repairs. You need a system to estimate the repairs. And like I said, it's important. What I'm going to talk about later on, and not too far from now, is the training that we're going to have. And I'm going to talk about systems even more so. But you don't need to be a contractor or a rehabber to be able to estimate repairs. You don't need to be, you know, always down at Home Depot in order to do this. But it's an important skill that you should have if you're going to wholesale properties. You know, one of the biggest leaps of faith, kind of the things that I had to kind of get my hands around, my mind around, was, you know, especially first looking, Kim will tell you, she's in the room now, looking at an ugly house that needs repairs and not going in there thinking, oh my goodness, you know, this house is going to fall apart, you know. So it's an art to it, because you need to kind of take a step back and think about, well, this is money, you know, and I've got to figure out how much it's going to cost, and I've got to do it in the most efficient way possible. So, you know, you don't have to be as skilled as a Home Depot person, but you're going to have to be able to estimate the repairs. You're going to have to be able to do it for the sake of your buyer, because your buyer a lot of times is going to trust you when you say this is going to cost $15,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 or whatever the case may be. So you want to be able to represent it in a very good way. So are y'all kind of starting to see how wholesaling makes a lot of sense? how it makes sense to start looking at wholesaling along with, other strategies, whether it be, buy and hold, lease options, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to pick one person that I need. Let's see, who do I need? You ready to be getting paid?
Yeah.
All right. Now, we talked about the simultaneous close. We talked about repairs. One of the main things that a lot of the investors kind of get, they can't get their mind across around is the fact that wholesaling can be done over and over and over and over and over again. Can you kind of see how, if you can put something in place, just like a car dealership or just like McDonald's, and you can kind of prime the pump on every deal. Okay. When you did your deal, how easy was it for you to put things together?
First deal was very difficult.
Okay. Why was it difficult?
Because I didn't have a system.
But somehow you kind of muddled your way through it. Okay.
Ask questions.
Did you ever feel like you were going through it and you were just like, oh my goodness, I'm going to get this closed, I got this person to balance and this to do? Okay. This brings me to this point. The fact that most people do nothing, whether it be, not going and calling sellers in the newspaper or not going to a seminar like this. Y'all are to be congratulated for even thinking about on a night where there's an American Idol show coming on that y'all want to step out, into the cold Atlanta night and come to a real estate investing seminar. That's something to be commended. Most people sit around and they're just scared. Most people sit around and say, well, ooh, simultaneous close, or ooh, wholesaling, or ooh, retail. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to do that. What am I going to do? I've never, really understood those real estate concepts. I've never understood, what a contract is, or how it works, or what my rights are, what my responsibilities are, and that's a lot of false evidence appearing real. A lot of fear causes a lot of people not to invest. A lot of fear causes people not to do anything. But by coming out here, y'all have said, okay, well, let me figure out what this is all about. Let me figure out if this is for me. Let me figure out if I can do this. Wholesaling is one part of the puzzle. There's the other side.
Most people are scared when they start out and the relationship and scared. I don't know if Charles told you or not, but when we got started, I was actually pregnant.
Did I say that?
Yes. Okay, and he said, I was scared. He was an attorney. He said, I'm gonna quit. I thought I was gonna quit. I didn't expect us both to quit at the same time. But sometimes when you take that leap of faith, then you are able, you'll see great things. So it's okay to be scared as long as you're not scared still. I think that's the difference, So once he said, I think you can do this.